When I was asked to accept this honor, I asked a couple of questions. First one was, why me, and does this mean I have to give a speech? So the answers were, well, why not you? And yeah, you do have to give a speech. Just think of it, but just think of it as talking to your friends in the ag industry. So I think I could do that. I think the greatest honor for me is just to be included in the same conversation as all the past recipients. But Tom and the nominating committee, you gave me a really tough act to follow. Last year it was Jesse Manriquez. I know he's in the crowd here somewhere. There he is. He built an amazing business over the last 3 decades. Took a lot of hard work and ingenuity and integrity, perseverance to overcome challenges. And hats off to you, Jesse. You are a tough act to follow, but perhaps the most amazing thing about Jesse is that through all the trials of the last 30 plus years, I don't think he's lost one hair on his head. So I'm a little jealous. But Jesse too had a tough act to follow, and Dave Wright. I know Dave is here somewhere too. He's back in the back there. Tireless dedication to the ag industry, as honest as the day is long. He's got an outstanding reputation in his field, and a man you could trust and count on. Good character traits for a banker. So I'm honored to be in your company too. But Dave Wright also had a tough act to follow. The doers. You know, kind of see the pattern going on here. See, for as long as this award has been given, everyone has had a tough act to follow. All who were honored with this award were honored for the quality of their character as much as their contribution to the industry. You know, people like Joe Prandini, Warren and Ben Dixon, Mike Draper, the Rigettis who were recipients in the past, they're here today. Nick Tompkins, Dorothy Lane, and many, many others. Which brings me to the toughest act for all of us to follow, going all the way back to 1988, the first person to receive this award, George Johnson. Please raise your hand, Dad. He inspired the Ag Person of the Year award. And while we all had his tough act to follow, I had the daunting task of filling his shoes when he retired. And so I brought some props to show you. Big shoes to fill. Size 14. I went in, I had lunch with Mom and Dad the other day, and I asked Mom, I said, can I borrow one of Dad's shoes? And she said, okay, you know, and Dad looked at it and goes, well, son, do you think you're man enough to fill these shoes now? I said, no, but I think I'm man enough to borrow them for a couple days. But, you know, and that's where my story really begins, as Mom and Dad made that brave decision to move the family out to Santa Maria in 1969. You know, partnering up with the Hiji and Nishimori brothers, they, you know, built the business from the ground up. And Dad was old school. He rolled up his sleeves, and with hard work and honesty, you know, he gained the trust of the local farming community. You know, he was like a locomotive, providing the inertia to get the business started. I took over for him in 1991, and having the advantage of that train already on the move. And he had done all the heavy lifting. You know, when we lived in Arizona before Santa Maria, Dad first sold John Deere farm machinery for Arizona Machinery Company. And then as the industrial machinery business was developing there, he switched and sold industrial machinery. So as a kid, you know, I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I like to be around the backhoes and road building machinery, and especially the log skidders. And I thought all that equipment was really cool. And forgive me, but I thought farm equipment was sort of boring as a kid. And so when I moved here, I said, well, you know, I thought the construction stuff and the log skidders was really neat. why did you make the change? And Dad said, you know, he said, I just wanted to get back to deal with farmers, because farmers were, you know, the best people to deal with of anybody in the world. He said, you'll understand someday. So today, Dad, I get it. I understand. The ag community is just the best people to deal with in the world. So I consider it a very privilege to deal with all the ag people. But you know, agribusiness is a team sport, at least with Cal-Quist Machinery. You know, the key to becoming a successful businessman is to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. And there's the smart table over there. You know, but I've had the privilege of having a really strong support system, and so, you know, I think you know, my success has to point to that. God provides me spiritual guidance and support on a daily basis. My parents instilled in me work ethic and character. My wife of 36 years, Beth, who has always believed in me and always encouraged me to do the right thing in every situation. My 3 sons and 7 grandkids who make all the hard work worth it. A sister, Elena, who has worked alongside with me for over 35 years. Elena. I often say that I've put in more years in the company than Elena, but she's put in more hours. Thank you, sis. My son, James, who is an owner and the general manager of operations, represents the future of the company. He also has the character to continue the values that have made Cal-Quist successful. I have supportive business partners who continually reinvest in our company every year, and last but not least, 125 of the best employees of the Central Coast, doing their jobs with expertise and integrity. Thank you, employees. Indeed, I've had a great support system and a great team, but at the end of the day, you know, it's really how you play the game. It's not how many John Deere tractors we sold, it's about how we played the game. Like Paul says in Timothy, finishing the race, having fought the good fight. Does our company bring honor to God, to the owners, its employees, and the agricultural community? Like the 27 agribusiness people that came before me, thank you for this honor. Congratulations to the rest of those honored tonight for their accomplishments. What a great industry we serve, and may God bless Santa Barbara County agriculture.
No kidding, those are pretty big. Big shoes to fill, all right. Congratulations very much. On behalf of the Fair Board and the Fair Park, enjoy this. Congratulations again, and we have something from Patrick.